Big ass, how I get that ooh.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
What's goody, YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to yet another live reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TaNNae, and since you clicked on this video, you might as well subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave your comments down below, and enjoy this reaction video. What's goody, YouTube? What's good, TMR gang? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to yet another live reaction video. I'm your girl, TMR. Thank y'all so much for stopping what you were doing and meet me over in this daggone break room, y'all. All right. Y'all see the title and y'all see the thumbnail. Okay, girl. Y'all know what we gonna get into today. Hey, Nell. Hey, Black Queen. Hey, Kate. Hey, D. Nikki. Hey, Miss Pearl. Y'all, welcome back to another episode. Queen Nicole Buttons. Woo, honey. Welcome, y'all. Welcome on in. Everybody come on in. Make sure you guys clock into the break room. That's hitting that like button when you coming on in. And even if you decide not to hit the like button while you're coming on in, just make sure y'all hit the like button before you leave this piece. You hear me, girl? All right. Did your birthday pass? No, sis, my birthday is actually a week from today. It's next what's Saturday. It's next Saturday on the 20th, toy. Yes. I didn't go live yesterday, y'all, because I just needed a break. I needed I just I just took a day off, y'all. Needed me a little break. Got my hair braided. So after that, y'all, I was just like, honey, my hair hurt. I got a headache. Let me get myself together. Okay. So I said, and then today's Saturday. So I was out running errands and trying to get myself ready for next Saturday. I got a lot of plans. I'm gonna do brunch and um we're gonna go to the casino, we're gonna do bingo. I'm gonna do some shopping. Y'all. I'm not going out of town or anything like that. I'm gonna keep it all local. But I'm gonna try to enjoy myself the best way I know how. Being as if the Lord allowed me to see next Saturday, September the 20th, where I would be turning 53 years old, honey. Blessing. I know a lot of people are fearful of being old because they're trying to hang on to their youth. But at the end of the day, y'all, aging is a blessing. Okay. Um, You said that's going to be me tomorrow. No social media tomorrow. Woo, sis, it's too much. Yeah, it's a lot going on social media, especially with the situation with Charlie Kirk and Romika, the young lady in Chicago who lost her life. If you guys do not know, there's been an update of the situation of the lady. Her name is Romika. I can't remember her last name. I know her first name is Romika. The altercation she got into last week, which ended up with her losing her life. The suspect, which is her baby father's other baby mother, they have decided that to let her go. There's no charges because they said it was self defense. Yes, self defense. And if I know a lot of people are like, wait, what? Justice needs to be served. Somebody lost their life. A breakdown of what happened. And apparently, Holly, which is the name of the woman, the suspect that unalived Romika, apparently they have been having some back and forth, a whole arguing over a man. And Holly had a restraining order on Romika. Apparently, Romika had a restraining order as well too. And there was a video that has surfaced of Romika. I don't know how recent it was, but it was a video that has came up where she had went on social media and filmed herself going to apparently the father's house, the baby daddy's house, where she lost her life at the other day. She was ringing the buzzard, saying in the video, "I know you in there with some woman. You was just on the phone with me for 45 minutes, arguing with me, and you over here with some other woman." So I guess there had obviously, y'all, there has been a lot of back and forth with Romika and the lady Holly, and so now they're saying that the unenlivened was self defense. Yeah, she went to his house. So people were saying that she was unalived in front of the school. Her son is 6 years old. She was dropping him off at school, but the baby's father lived right down the street from the school. So essentially, the murder or the unaliving, the unaliving happened right down the street from the school because the baby's father lives right down the street. So it didn't happen in front of the school. It happened a mile from the school in front of his house. And apparently, when she went to the house, the baby's father and Holly, the suspect, were getting into the car, and Romika pulls up and blocks their car from leaving. And obviously, they get out, they get to arguing, they get to fighting. I guess the baby's father tried to break it up. He tried to get in her car and move it. And apparently, Holly said she was afraid for her life. And it went on from there. You guys know the end result. So she was there to fight. I don't understand why she didn't go to work. Why go there? Nisha, I mean, this is what happens when you got a man saying one thing to you, but then doing something totally different. To me, this was the epitome of you saying one thing to her and something else is happening in the background. And, so at the end of the day, this little boy is left with no mother. Um, he's right now temporarily being raised is with Romika's mother, but it could be where the father could get custody because he is legally the next of kin. Um, and so it was based off the information that I heard. The situation was very toxic between the baby father and the two baby mothers, and Romika's child was 6 years old, but the other baby mother, she had just had a child with the baby father, and their child was 4 months old. So it was a very toxic situation, and like I said, Romika is no longer living. That lady Holly is gonna have to deal with for the rest of her life taking someone else's life, and I'm just going to say, I just apparently Romika was shot 4 times, um, and I mean that was a lot of bullets being put off. Romika, a lot of people say Romika was 150 pounds soaking wet. How could she be intimidating? But and again, you guys, without being in the actual situation, we're hearing one side of the story. We're not hearing, well, we're hearing two sides of the story, the baby daddy and the girlfriend, but we're not hearing Romika's side of the story, right? And you know, one thing I will say is this: when you're taunting someone, you can't control how they're going to react to it. You can only taunt somebody for so long, you know, and that's what we were talking about with the situation with, something that's more close to home to us. How we've been reacting to TaNNae and Bubbles, and they're back and forth, and both of these ladies are pregnant. TaNNae is pregnant by someone else, but Bubbles is pregnant by TaNNae's husband. Yeah, I mean, just listen to how that sounds, y'all. It's just so messy. It's just so messy. You said the last update I saw said that the father took the boy to school. Oh, really? I haven't seen that update. You know, Blue, it's social media. It's so many different stories swirling around. But the one story that is definitely true is the shooter has been let go with no charges. It could be Greenheart, could be, or it could be a situation where Romika didn't want to let go. At first, the the conversation on social media was that he was the one that didn't want to let go, but he wasn't at her house. She was at his house. And like I said, y'all, there's a video circulating around the internet where Romika herself, it's her own words and her own video, where she uploaded a video of going to his house, ringing the buzzard, cussing him out, basically saying, I know you got another BITCH up in there, you know. So I don't know, y'all. But unfortunately, Romika's family are without their loved one. You know, they're without their daughter, their sister, their cousin, their aunt, their friend, you know, coworker. You know, her family and friends are left with these stories that's spurling around on the internet. And this little boy, Romika's son, is left without a mother. And unfortunately, for the remainder of his life, his mother's last moments are forever captured on the internet. And it can't be erased because once it's on here forever, you know, which is it's just horrifying to think about for this little boy, you know. And then, you know, then you have Holly, the one who pulled the trigger. She's going to be forever haunted with the fact that she took a woman's life. And essentially, if you just really want to be honest, over a man. Yeah, very sad situation, Queen. Very sad situation all around. Oh, is there? Oh, there's always going to be fake GoFundMe's. Just make sure you know, it is Bluey Boy. It is a shame. It definitely is a shame, you know. But you know, what can we do at this point? Unfortunately, it has already happened and we can't undo it, you know. We just can't undo it. I just will say this. I mean, obviously, people don't have to listen to me because who am I? I'm just a chick on the internet. But I just will say, y'all, it's not worth fighting over a man. If you got to fight over the man, then this obviously it's obvious he don't want you, right? If you got to fight over a man, then he ain't your man. Even if he say he your man, sis, if you fighting with another woman or two other women about one man, sis, he's not your man. He just not. He's not. And let's be honest. Would you want him to be? I don't want to have to hustle, rustle, and tussle with nobody about no man. If I got to fight for you, baby, I don't need you. That's just like period point blank. Now I do understand, you know, people want questions answered, right? You know, you find out your man cheating on you, and you know, I know a lot of us say, "Oh, I just leave that ninja, honey. I have to bump him." You know, but no, some people just want to know. Like some people need that closing, right? Some people just want to know why, why are you taking me through this? Now, is it to say that his answer is going to be enough for you? Yeah, I don't know. But some people just need that closing. Like, I just want to know why, you know. But sometimes even the why just ain't good enough, you know, or it's not satisfying enough, you know. So no, you don't want to be in competition with anyone. You really don't. But unfortunately, Trap Queen, you have a lot of situations out here where men and women are in competition, you know, because, you know, unfortunately, people don't respect the sanctity of a relationship anymore. They just don't. Um, Queen Nicole said, anytime a man has another woman attached to him, run. Let him figure that situation out and keep it moving. Sometimes the clarity is the mess the person bringing to you. Sometimes the clarity is the mess the person is bringing to you. That's true, sis. That's true. That is also true. But you know, unfortunately, Queen Nicole, it sounds good coming out your mouth or typing it, reading it. It sounds real good. But the unfortunate part is people don't take heed to that. You know, They don't take heed to that. They rather, fight, bite, and scratch in the streets, instead of just saying, you know what, I am worth more than fighting for your love. Because if I gotta fight for it, then I mean, it ain't worth me having. If I gotta fight for it, it's just like, back in the day when people used to be all at the Black Friday sales fighting over TVs and electronics and toys and stuff like that. Like, child, if I got to fight for it, I don't want it, nor do I need it. Okay. I don't want it, nor do I need it. If I can't just walk in the store and pick it up and put it in my car and walk and go pay for it and walk my ass out the door and back to the parking lot and get in my car, child, I don't want it. I'm not going to be fighting and tussling and all that. And look now. Now, years ago, that's what you had to do. That was the norm of Black Friday. But look at today's date. You don't have to do that anymore. You can go online, or they have turned Black Friday in. I mean, they start doing Black Friday sales at the beginning of November. So, just think about all the people that unfortunately have lost their lives due to Black Friday shopping or got hurt during Black Friday shopping and years later, and not like 40 years later, probably let's just say 10 years later, maybe that's a thing of the past. People don't even do that anymore. You don't see people lined up outside, parked in the parking lot with tents and lawn chair. Maybe that you don't even see that. If you really want to know the truth, now when you go to the store on Black Friday, I know last year when I went, I was like, where everybody at? I said, but is today Black Friday? I looked at my watch. I said, well, yeah, that's it. Child, Walmart was just as empty as it want to be. And it was in the afternoon, y'all. It was like 11 o'clock in that. No, it was like 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock in the afternoon when I was at Walmart. Child, when I tell you it was nobody there, nobody was there. So, YouTube born a honey. All right, y'all. So let's get into this commentary. Let's get into these reaction videos. Let's get into these moms and let's get caught up on what's going on. So we got Liv, we got Jasmine, we have TaNNae, we got Wine Glass in the break room. So we're going to start it off with My Jazzy Life. Y'all know My Jazzy Life birthday was actually yesterday. And surprisingly, she didn't go live. I was a little shocked because in years past, she would come live on her birthday. Hey, go Gita. She would come live on her birthday. But I think with the recent events of her needing a security deposit and how she was very aggressive with asking her supporters to support her and help her pay for her security deposit, I don't know if maybe sis was too ashamed to come on here. I guess she said, well, hell, y'all done gave me almost 1,000. I better not come on here and push my luck and ask for anything else. So she did not show up. We were asking what was the update. We were curious to know, well, sis, did you get the money or are they filing eviction? Well, Jasmine did an update to her security deposit debacle, and we're going to take a look at that. Okay, so before we get into that video, make sure y'all do what? Clock in, hit the like button. Okay, that helps me for getting on here asking y'all to help me to pay a security deposit. Okay, girl. All right, let's get into it. Little pain, but I feel the
Yeah, I just got a phone call. I came home because I had to go to the bathroom so bad. I got a phone call about threw up. So I asked her dad if he could just go pick her up because, baby, I just got back and I had to use
Hold on, y'all.
The bathroom. I got my watch and go back in the house and get it. But I didn't want to come on here and talk to you guys. I haven't been posting because I was really door dashing a lot. I didn't want to ask y'all for no more money. The ones that did help me with my deposit, I do appreciate you guys. I actually ended up door dashing till like 4 o'clock in the morning and then turn around. Baby, I was on my shit. Okay, I went and got the rest of the money. It was like $200 and something, and I just had to do it. But I want to say thank you to everyone that did help me out. Like I said, I was not expecting, child. I was not expecting them to not give me my deposit. I don't know why I relied on that from, you know what I'm saying? It's other stuff in the situation, but I'm not going to talk about it. But I don't know why I relied on them for my deposit. Like I gotta look at them like a sponsorship. You get it when you get it, if you do get it. You know what I'm saying? But also I wanted to say that my court case is dismissed. People were thinking I used that to pay the money that I got from y'all to pay my court. Fuck no. Fuck no. I used one of my sponsorships that I got. I used the whole sponsorship. And I was like, damn, I got it. And
What sponsorship? Jasmine, Olivia has already told us that y'all do sponsorship for free stuff. She said that the other day. Jasmine, if Olivia has 100,000 followers and she's not getting paid for sponsorships, I'm just going to assume with your 60,000 and your very low engagement, you're not either. Not you use sponsorship to pay. So you use the sponsorship to pay for the court stuff. Why wouldn't you use the sponsorship to pay for the court stuff and the security deposit? Jasmine, you know what? You're too old. How old did you just turn? What are you, about 34, 35? You're something, I don't know. You're 30, 34, 33, somewhere like, you're somewhere around that age. You're too old. Okay, you're too old for all this lying. Here's the thing, sis. You wouldn't have to come on here and explain anything to us if you would stop coming on here asking people for their money. Right? Imagine being grown as she is. Okay. I was going to say something else, but I'm gonna refrain from cussing so much. You know, I'm a lady, so I'm gonna chill out. Imagine being as grown as she is, and constantly coming to the internet explaining your financial situations, and the only reason why you're doing it is because you want people to give you money.
I didn't even get to keep the money. The money just literally just slithered the fuck away. I used that, pay for my court, and that was all. Like
you said you weren't able to keep the sponsorship money. Well, why would you think you? Who is able to keep their money? Most people who earn money uses it to fund their cost of living. Now, Jasmine, if you knew how to save money, maybe that would, maybe you should incorporate trying to save a couple dollars. So when you do have, kerfuckles like you did with the alleged security deposit situation, you wouldn't have to come on here and sit in your car and tell a lie to the people or explain what you want us to believe is the truth. Because I don't believe you, sis. Let's be honest. I don't have to. I don't believe you.
That paid for it. I use that and paid for the pantry. And yeah, the money that y'all helped me with went to deposit. Shit, I don't want to be kicked out. I just moved here. So y'all just like rudely died. So we're good. And I don't have to worry about that. Thank God. Because it literally, DoorDashing takes away from me filming sometimes. Like I be so in the zone and I don't have time to focus on what I do is YouTube. And so I'm glad that's over with. Okay. And
you're glad what's over with? So we're not hustling on DoorDash anymore? Why not? Isn't DoorDash another way for you to make money? Because let's be honest, sis, you're not rolling in the bucks on YouTube like you used to. So since you work to 4 o'clock in the morning, DoorDash, and let's be honest again, sis, what the hell is open in Austin at 4 o'clock in the morning? Sports bars? Who's ordering from sports bars to DoorDash at 4 o'clock in the morning? If somebody wants something to eat at 4 o'clock in the morning from a sports bar, they're more than likely at the damn sports bar. What is open? What Whataburger? What you order? What you delivering Whataburger all over the city of Austin? Because I'm trying to figure, is IHOP open that late? Girl, what is open at that time of night? Not talking about she DoorDash to 4 o'clock in the morning. Girl, you was asleep at 4 o'clock in the morning.
I'm gonna actually go to the store right now. I really wanted to DoorDash. I'm not really like extreme DoorDashing. I'm just doing it for a little bit of gas. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna go to the store because I wanted to get.
So now she's not extreme DoorDashing. Now she's just doing it just to put gas in her car. Oh, so now you're back financially stable? Well, how did you do that so soon? Girl, what was that last week? Week before that, girl, you was on here in tears. Cause you needed this money because you thought you was gonna get put out if you didn't pay these people something. What you say you need around about $1,000? Girl, child, you was on here for 2 days begging for these people's money, Wednesday and Thursday. What was that, Jack? What was that? September 3rd and September the 4th? Girl, you was honey, you was getting it in, putting updates of your Cash App on your community tab. Now all of a sudden, DoorDash is a luxury for you. It's not a necessity.
Get a couple of like healthy carb control meals because I told myself this week I'm wanted to lock it the fuck in, okay? And basketball's gonna start, and I took a break from working out because I was trying to get my money. I'm not even gonna lie, for my deposit. It was taking too much for me trying to work out, get the money. It took a lot out of me, okay? So yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all. But I got this because I just need to wake up. I made myself coffee this morning and it only took a couple of sips. Don't know why, y'all. I don't know why I do that, okay? And I need to get some apple cider vinegar too. It's another thing I need to go get. So
Well, Jasmine did tell us
let me go in the house, grab my watch,
in
and then
one
we'll
of
head
her
to H.
videos that she got a job. In the video where in the live stream where she was asking people to help her with her security deposit, she said that she had a job, but that money wasn't going to come for 2 weeks. So apparently she said she had a job. She got a job. So do y'all think that's why we haven't seen her on the internet? Because she working? All right, that's enough of that. I just wanted y'all to hear her explanation. It's her coming to the internet to explain. Would you say, Elizabeth? You said I'm not gonna lie. Why all she do is lie. Girl, it's a mess. She knows that by saying she's getting a job, she'll have more views. She's not interested in getting a job. Yeah, that's true, sis. You said, did she really get $800 in cash apps? I don't know, sis. I have no way to confirm that. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen her cash app. I don't know. But from what she said, she did. She said she got like 700 and something dollars. So I don't know. I have no idea. But all I know is she didn't show up for her birthday. And I think she probably felt like whatever she got from the internet, it was worth it, her not to come for her birthday. A lot of people alleged that she did that just so she can go somewhere on her birthday. But again, you guys, I don't know the real reason other than she wanted some money. Either she needed it or wanted it, but whatever. Money was the object. And she came she came to cash in on the internet. And apparently she got some money. So, okay, so let's get into another conversation real quick. So while we're talking about supporters, let's get into TaNNae real quick. Okay. Hold on. I don't have her video up here. Well, it's not a video. TaNNae has been doing TaNNae has been doing shorts. She actually did, I don't know why, but she's been putting up shorts. So apparently TaNNae said that she has been sleeping on the floor. Her and the girls have been sleeping on the floor since she's been in the apartment. I think she's been in the apartment about a week, and they've been sharing one air mattress. And because they were sharing one air mattress, I guess her Facebook supporters saw that and decided to buy the twins a bunk bed set. Okay. So let me get into a couple of these shorts real quick. Okay. Let me get this up here. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a little sluggish because my head's still hurting from getting these braids done. So hold on. Now, notice that this on TaNNae hair is actually a new hairdo, right? And y'all know the last time we saw TaNNae, when she first moved into the apartment, she went live to give us the update on what really went down between her and her mother and how she ended up becoming put out of her mama's house. And she had on a bonnet. Well, TaNNae showed up in these shorts with a new hairdo. She actually went live on the 10th when it was Bubbles' birthday. She went live and apparently she had this hairdo then, but I didn't catch the live. By the time I got off the live, she had already got off the live and her live was down. And so in my mind, I was thinking, okay, girl, I mean, you're pregnant, you need your hair done, or you want to keep your hair up. But imagine you asking or insinuating to your supporters that you are without the things that you should already have, right? And you're without these things, and you show up to the internet with hairdos, new hairdos, and the internet is funding buying beds and Amazon pots and pans and all kinds of it's the weirdest thing to me. But let's get into this.
Okay, this one says, enjoy your gift from Shawnette Wade. So thank you, Miss Shawnette. Oh, it's the lifestyle packet long. I love pink. This is perfect. I have two. And because everybody dropped three. They all for me, like me in my small little home. I don't have to worry about it being used so quick. Oh, she got the kitchen stuff too, the kitchen decoration. I'm gonna put probably on top of the sink. And yes, y'all, I took my nails off. Sorry, I'm in there doing the triplets bunk bed. Baby, two popped off. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. That was the DoorDash man at the door. He was kind of cute. Hold on, I'm just playing. So y'all be messy in the comments, but no, he was kind of cute. I had to order some light bulbs and some pork, y'all, because someone did order us a big, um, heavy duty, what is it called? You know, with all the forks and spoons and butter knives and stuff, but for some reason, Amazon still haven't delivered it yet, so I'm not really sure. And yes, y'all, I'm sorry. Y'all don't see my stomach a lot because I'm not ashamed of, me carrying twins, how big I done got on my hernia. Baby, they be wanting to be shown, so yes, you don't see us. I ain't covering up nothing. Let's see what this is. What's this? Let's read the gift note first. Enjoy your gift from Marve Parker. I think that's what it says. Thank you. Let's see what it is. Salon Silk. What is this?
All right, let's get into the next short.
Do you want me back?
Oh, hold on.
Do you want me to buy you some props?
Give me a moment, y'all. Let me get
Good, big guy.
Yes, no, I'm not lucky, I'm blessed. Yes.
So this is the one where Keontae brought her, I guess, for the weekend or whatever. People thought that the boys were back indefinitely. I think they were just there for the weekend. All right, hold on. I'm trying to find the one I was looking for. Let me find it. Give me a moment, y'all. Let me find it. Okay, here it is. All right, let me bring you guys in on this one. Because she's not putting up videos, she's putting up shorts. I don't know why, because she'll get more money on videos, but for some reason she's putting up shorts instead of videos. So we'll just watch the short.
How y'all doing? So y'all can see, we are finishing up the triplets bump bag. And y'all, when I tell you, that's probably something I'll never do again. So I really hope they
A nice bunk bed
definitely enjoy
set.
this bed. This is a bed that they always wanted, which is really, really crazy. Like, it ended up happening for them years later. So they're very appreciative and grateful for that. Like, they are super excited. No, they did not fight over who was gonna be at the top. Try it. Y'all know the two triplets that favor each other a lot. They was on triplet. The worst thing for him. She decided that she was gonna be at the top. It really wasn't even like a question or a debate. Like, yes, I'm watching you. They literally said it one time, and who you telling no? Was. So yeah, we all enjoying the bed. Honestly, I was sitting there watching them. Can you stop, Papa? I'm trying to record. Yeah, Papa, right here. I'm talking. Say hi. I'm not on FaceTime. Stop it. Sorry, y'all. He messing up my voiceover. He's trying to get my phone. Say hi. Say hi. What are you doing? Yeah, he trying to fight me again. Huh? He trying to fight me again. I wish I could see him. That marker up. Look at him in the video. That's how he be, y'all. He's bad.
So, you know what? Like I've said many times before, I appreciate the generosity of people. You know, my thing is, we understand TaNNae's pregnant, but pregnant is not disabled. Being pregnant is not disabled. You know how many pregnant women get up and go to work every day? I mean, hell, look at Bubbles. She pregnant and she down there at the liquor store, right? I don't know. I think she probably has maybe a 2-bedroom because she said her little small place. Yeah, when you're doing a voiceover, she needs to sign. But y'all know TaNNae's Keontae is the one that is the actual blogger. But my thing is this: why didn't baby daddy, the man that she's pregnant by, what did he do? What did he? You know, me personally, in my conversation of thanking the supporters for helping me and my children. I would mention the twins' father did help. She made no mention of that in all these shorts. She made no mention. She has another short where one of her supporters got her an air mattress from Amazon. So because she said she'd been laying on the floor pregnant since she's been in that apartment, and so she said one of her supporters got her an air mattress. So my thing is, right, Sean, my thing is, well, how come your baby daddy, you're pregnant with his children? This man couldn't get you an air mattress? I'm just like, where do y'all find these men at? No, really. Where are y'all finding these men at? Because why this nigga couldn't get you something to lay on and you pregnant with his kids? Your supporter had to get you a bed? What is he gonna do? I guess nothing at this point. And on my mind, I'm like, TaNNae, you don't feel some type of way that you have to come to the internet and people have to help you with basic life, basic necessities, beds, kitchen supplies, all that is basic. And let's be honest, y'all, TaNNae could have went and got her stuff. All she had to do was get the police to go over there and help her get her stuff. If TaNNae was getting mail there, if TaNNae's name was on the lease, TaNNae could have went and got her stuff. I believe TaNNae just wanted new stuff. She didn't want to. If her mother allowed her to go over there, TaNNae said her mother let her come over there and get their clothes and shoes. Why you couldn't spend the money to get a U-Haul? It'd have been cheaper for her to get a U-Haul because she told us when her mother got the $11,000 bed set, her mother gave her bed, and we saw TaNNae in that bedroom with that bed. It was a nice bed. Why you couldn't get a U-Haul truck and go get the triplets, KJ and Keelan's beds, dressers, or whatever? Why would you leave all that stuff there? New York said, well, we already know he ain't ish. She said he not moving in with her because he asked her what she gonna do when she got kicked out. Well, not only that, the man is in a halfway house. So maybe financially he's not in a position to help because hell, somebody taking care of him. Hell, the state of Georgia taking care of his tail. So and she said he works. I don't know if he actually does or doesn't. I mean, when you're in a halfway house, you can work. So maybe he does work. But hell, maybe he's saving up for his own apartment. So when he gets released from the halfway house, he can get his own place, you know? But I just was like, why wouldn't you just go get a U-Haul and go get your stuff? Like, why do the people have to pay for stuff that you already have? It just didn't make sense to me. I was like, why do y'all do things so backwards? And it's constantly coming to the internet. And you know, with her being pregnant with the twins, she's going to do a baby registry for those twins coming. So, you know, the people are going to look out for her for that. But I'm just like, TaNNae, when do you decide as a woman of almost 7 children, when do you decide as a woman to get a job, girl? Go get a job. Go get a job. Like, I don't understand that. How is she paying her rent? There's chocolate. I don't know. But, you know, TaNNae has always said the generosity of her supporters, you know, because people love those triplets. People are in love with those triplets because they are some cute little girls. But, you know, the older they get, I mean, the cuteness, I mean, I ain't trying to be funny, y'all. That's going to wear off. You know what I'm saying? So, maybe she'll steal the hearts with these twin boys that she's getting ready to have. I don't know, you know. I don't know how she's going to pay monthly rent. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know that. Maybe TaNNae will tell us, you know. You said TaNNae mom paid for the furniture and probably wouldn't allow TaNNae to take anything but the clothes. Also thinking Ish may have left things, hoping her mom will let them come back. Yeah, Cat HR, that could be true too. That could be true too. You know, like I said, I just personally feel like, at what point do you decide, let me woman up and let me get up on my feet so I don't have to, just like with Jasmine and Olivia, like, why do y'all feel like because y'all have platforms, it's the people's responsibility not only to watch your content, but whenever you have some type of financial need, the people are supposed to, and it's not just them, y'all. There's a host of people out here doing that. And I don't know about y'all, but it just turns my stomach because I don't understand what's wrong with just going to get a job. Like, why not be the CEO of your own life? What's wrong with, why not be the CEO of your own life. I wish I would get on the internet and start explaining. It is Marika. I wish I would get on the internet and start explaining how I manage my money. But the reason why I have to get on the internet and explain that, because I'm constantly asking the people on the internet for money. It's not just YouTube, Elizabeth. It's YouTube, it's TikTok, it's Facebook, it's social media, period. It's just not YouTube. I think her bought the stuff and she left it because she stay hollering she don't need her mama. Yeah, that's true. Well, you don't need your mama, but yet you need your supporters. It's not that she don't need her mama. She know her mama ain't going to do nothing for her, but she know her supporters will look out for her. So at this point, you know, it's great that she has the support like that. Like, that's good that people are still willing and wanting to help. But I just don't understand why TaNNae won't get up and help herself. And her having these set of twins is going to set her even further back. TaNNae is not even 30 years old. I think TaNNae is like 27 with 7 kids. You know, Keontae, at least he is helping with the boys. But this guy that she's pregnant by that's in the halfway house, chocolate drop, child. And then I got a question. Where is the triplets family at? I know the triplets dad is not really in their life, but what about his family? His whole entire family don't F with them either? Because she never mentions the triplets family do anything for her. It's always a friend or somebody in her family or a supporter. How come the triplets family don't help with them? Because again, we understand the dad ostracizing them, but that don't mean the grandmas, the aunties, the uncles, and whomever else would ostracize them as well. Grady has an Amazon list. So Keontae has an Amazon list for the boys. Baby, a mess. You hear me? A mess. Why would he have an Amazon list for the boys? Why not have an Amazon list for this new baby that you got coming, Keontae? Are you expecting for Bubbles to do all that with her liquor store paycheck? Girl, these people are just tacky. All right, let's get into another conversation. So let's get in over there to Wine Glass. So y'all know we haven't really seen Wine Glass a lot. Wine Glass, apparently, I think she has a CNA license. I think Wine Glass went and took a CNA certification and she has become a CNA. And Wine Glass is relishing in working, okay? She is relishing in working full time. And I guess Wine Glass finally decided or figured out this YouTube dream that she has paid so many content creators on these platforms for. It's the dream is taking too long to come true. Okay. And so Wine Glass decided to go get a job because, you know, her boyfriend has a disability where he can't really be out in public like that. He has anxiety real bad. Okay. So Wine Glass wanted to give us an update on her work situation, and we are definitely here to hear it. Okay. So let's get into Wine Glass because we haven't seen her in quite some time. In your store or I'm looking like breeze, but all right, give me a moment, y'all.
If you are new here, I'm a mom of 4. My name is Wine Glass and Chill, and I work full time, but my full time is not a 9 to 5. It's actually a 3 to 11:30. I work PM. Right now, I am just getting the dishes together. So when I go to work, everything will be okay. The kids can put the dishes in the dishwasher. This is like our routine that I try to do. And some nights we don't do it, but I've been trying this and it's been working out really good. I did create a chore list, and that is just so we can continue on our routine while I'm at work. Sometimes it be kind of rough because I feel like
I have a question. Wine Glass says that she wrote a chore list while she's at work. Wine Glass says she works full time, but not a 9 to 5. She worked 3 to 11. We know cognitively, wine glass is a little delayed. So don't even mind that. Okay. Just what she just said, just let that go right over your head. All right. Sis got a job and she worked full time. Okay. Just leave it right there. So what we do know about wine glass is we know that she has a boyfriend, the father of all 4 of her kids, and he's not a big help to her. Okay. He's not a big help. And so wine glass says she's doing a chore list. So when she's at work, working her 3 to 11, it's funny to me. We got this Miller High Life. I don't think y'all can see it. Let me move this banner. It's funny to me. We got this Miller High Life box in the back. Okay. And what is this, like a 24 case? He can sit and drink alcohol while you down at the job working 3 to 11, and you got to do a chore list because he is not responsible enough. It's her making a chore list when he's there all day. Doesn't he know how to run a household? He's there all day. Right, Ash Cash. Doesn't he know how to run a house? I don't understand. Why do we have to do a chore list? He doesn't know that garbage need to be taken out. He doesn't know that the dishes need to be washed and put in the dishwasher. He doesn't know that the floors need to be swept and mopped. He doesn't know that laundry needs to be done. It's the fact that this girl is working 3 to 11 full time. And then she still got to come home and clean the damn house. So what the hell does he do?
Like, people cannot clean like me, but they try their best, and that's all that counts. And I want to remind you guys to hit that bell button.
So she said people can't clean like her. Who is people? You mean the kids, or do you mean your boyfriend? Or do you mean the kids and your boyfriend? Because it's you calling them people, which they are people. But why can't you just say, my man and the kids don't clean like I do? It's her not wanting to hurt his feelings while she's standing here doing a voice. You still make it. This video is going to make her money. You're standing here making money with this video while you're cleaning the dishes, prepping them. So then so you can get ready to go work your 3 to 11 job. Shit, girl.
You can get notifications of I have upload. I can constantly upload since I'm working full time, especially PM. So yeah.
So give me a moment, y'all, because she likes to do a lot of voiceovers or music. Let me see something. Cleaning before work. Imagine going to work smelling like bleach and pine sol. You're doing all this before you go to work. Then what the hell is he? That baffles the hell out of me, girl. And I guess I can say that, y'all, because I'm not used to that. Like, I'm not used to that. Okay, so let me get in here to this part of the video.
Is the best way, but y'all, I can't not your plan because I do not want to have an accident and have a baby. But anyways, yeah, my stomach was hurting because my body got to get used to this new burger and getting some lunch here, dinner. End up getting soup, I end up getting salad, and then I end up getting some tea because Bae said that's really good to soothe your stomach. Let me know what time you guys work and how is it affecting your schedule. Did you pick up a new job? Did you get an old job? Are you still at your old job? What do you do to keep your routine consistent and
consistent? We consistently stay on routine. Yeah, we don't have to think about it much, sis. Most grown women have been running households for years, sis. So it just routinely just happens that way. And most of us grown women who have men in the homes, they know better than to play with us. sis. They help out. Yeah, that's what we do. Right. Who said Miss B? Yeah, we don't stop, sis. Let me explain something to y'all. Now that Wineglass is working as a CNA, because I believe she's working as a CNA. Now that Wineglass is working, she says she's making good money. Okay. And it's obviously much more money than she was doing YouTube. And you know what's so funny? Isn't this what we was telling her all along? Isn't this what we was telling this girl all along? We said, Wineglass, go get a job, sis. Because this YouTube thing, do that as supplemental income, right? Just add that in. I mean, make that your grocery money, your light bill, gas bill, whatever. Sis, you're not going to be Peach McIntyre over there. And then look at Peach. She done got her whole TikTok banned, okay? So Tik done just asked her way out of a whole bag. And we told Wineglass, sis, go get a job. And what she end up doing? She ended up going to get a job. And guess what, y'all? She's happier. You could just tell in her video, she is happy that she goes to work and she's making money and she's taking care of that man and her children. Wineglass, it's her being so ecstatic that she gets to take care of not only her children, but this grown-ass man too. Now, granted, he gets a check, right? But obviously, from prior conversations with Wineglass, she's the one that makes everything happen in that home. She makes everything. She go to the grocery store. This man can't even go to the grocery store. Now, we understand this is content for her, but how come he can't go to the grocery store and you can just film what was retrieved from the grocery store and you can film that as your shopping haul? You got to wash the dishes before you go to work. Then you got to stop at the store on your way to work. More than likely, when you get off of work, you got to bring all the groceries in the house. He probably don't even meet you outside to get. But this is her normal, y'all. See, for us, who are for us, the women that we are that are used to our men helping us and providing, this is insane to us. But because Wineglass is accustomed to this lifestyle with this man that she's dealing with, this is normal to her, y'all.
On top of everything. Also, I do want some feedback on what lunches I can take to work. Well, dinner and lunch to work, and some good, ideal, healthy snack foods that I can take to work, because you know your girl be struggling. Now, I never went into detail about
Wineglass. We don't have no tips on you on what to take to work for lunch and what to fix that man and them kids for dinner. Sis, get on TikTok or Google it. I mean, at this point, sis, you don't know what to fix your family? Some healthy snacks? I don't know. Celery and ranch. Girl, I don't know.
my job, but I honestly love my job. And if you really care for people and a really good person, work in the healthcare, oh my God, I really love it. Some nights I get beat up, okay? But other nights you get those patients that's really nice and kind, and that just make my day. And that's why I keep going and keep returning to work, and plus the pay, y'all. Let me know in the comment section, do you work in healthcare? Because y'all, healthcare is not for the weak, okay? Let us know if you work in healthcare.
She said, let me know if y'all work in healthcare. Child, a mess. A mess. You hear me? Po Wineglass. But one thing's for sure, two things for certain. I'm glad the girl went and got her a job because she needed it. Like TubeU just said, YouTube is not the get rich quick scheme. A lot of people, and I'm going to be honest with y'all, a lot of people that were doing YouTube full time, I'm going to say 3 years ago, baby, have resorted back to going to work. Because, you know, it's consistent money for the most part. YouTube is not, so let me say this, social media for some, not for everybody. For some, it's not consistent. And let's be honest, y'all, YouTube doesn't offer sick time. It doesn't offer PTO. Like if you want to take a few days off because you're tired or you're just burnt out and you just need to, you know, because it's a lot to have to open yourself up to the whole entire world every day, right? Well, when you take that time off, what happens is when you're not consistent on social media, we're going to talk about YouTube because that's the platform we're on. When you're not consistently posting, you lose traction in the algorithm. And when you lose traction in the algorithm, what happens, y'all? You lose revenue. So YouTube is primarily designed for consistency. And how you make your money is you have to constantly upload. And let's be honest, y'all, sometimes life just get in the way and you don't want to get on here and talk to the internet or show something you got going on. Some people just don't have the energy for it. Some people do, some people don't. And Black Auntie, what did you say? You said this new lady don't know how to build a community with their YouTube to ever make it worth it for them. And that's true too, sis. You definitely have to learn how to build a community. And that means you have to engage with your people, right? You got to show less of what you got going on. Or let me say this. You got to show less of your problems and maybe at times reach out to your subscribers, even if it's in a video or a live stream, say, what y'all got going on? What's going on? How y'all doing? Whatever. But they don't know how to do that. Wineglass is making sure not to get pregnant again because she knows there's no hope if she does again. I guess no Roberta Giamanto coming. Not Roberta Giamanto, little Esme Lamonte. Well, at least she got a babysitter for Esme Lamonte because he's not in school yet. Those other kids, and that's another thing, the kids are back in school. Although Wineglass works primarily when the kids are at home, when the three oldest are at school, she's at home. And then when she gets ready to go to work, they're just not getting ready to come home for the evening. Me personally, between her and her boyfriend, they should be able to control that house. So when she goes to work, he just pops stuff in the microwave or pops something in the oven and just, they need to work as a team. And it's clear from Wineglass videos that they don't work as a team because he's not a team player. Because if he was a team player, he wouldn't make it so stressful for her, but it seems like whatever money she's making, it's obviously enough money for her to go along with whatever check he got coming in. And I wish Wineglass luck. I hope it works out for her. Because one thing I can say about Wineglass, she does take care of her children. I'm not gonna hold her on that. She does take care of those children. How she let that man treat her. I mean, let's be honest, y'all. That's really on her. If she allows it, then we can't do nothing but sit back and watch it. But it's just funny how Wineglass had these big old dreams of being this big time YouTuber. And unfortunately for her, the reality quickly set in that this dream ain't coming fast enough. Like these bills is coming way faster than this dream of this YouTube thing. Going to start 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 channels when all of them together wasn't even bringing in $1,000 a month. And at the way the cost of living is and the way our economy is, I'm not saying quit YouTube. I'm not going to ever tell anybody to do that. I encourage you to do YouTube because one thing about social media, AI can't replace social media, right? AI make him replace tech jobs and customer service and jobs like that. But AI is not going to be able to take over social media, right? So social media is a good way, especially if you can gain a community of people and you got a audience of people that enjoy watching your content. It's a good way to have supplemental income, if you get sponsorships or things like that. But when you, in my opinion, as a mother, when you're a mother, you got other things to worry about. You need to worry about in the event that you got to take time off because you're sick or your children are sick. And let's be honest, if you're sick, you're not well enough to post videos. So if you don't post videos, what happens? You don't make any money. But if you're working a full-time job with benefits and you take ill, you can use your PTO or your sick time to take care so you can still earn your income while you're at home resting up and getting better or getting the children better. As a mother, you need a job with benefits. YouTube does not give you that. And we have seen how these ladies mismanage their money. So we can't even say, well, you can just save money. You can, because understand, being an entrepreneur, you can still have insurance. There's insurance for people who are self-employed. You know, there are ways to still have insurance and some benefits without being on a job. I'm not saying that there's no way to get it only with a job. I'm not saying that. There are ways to get it, but unfortunately the cost is higher. So if you're not raking in good money as an entrepreneur, you're not going to be able to afford those expensive benefits such as healthcare and, you know, maybe Aflac or things like that. So anyway, we'll just see how long this lasts for Wine Glass, because she has a history of getting tired and quitting. So we'll just see how long this lasts for her. Black Auntie Lynn, don't tell nobody, but I'm quietly rooting for her. She doesn't give herself credit for doing all this on her own. Yeah, that's true. She does. Like I said, she does a lot. Like she really, really does a lot. But what Wine Glass also have to understand is she's not in that house by herself. And because she's not in that house by herself, she should never have to do it by herself. She shouldn't even expect to do it by herself. She should definitely have the assistant, especially if she's the one out earning the money. If she is the one out earning the money, God forbid that man could at least put a load of laundry, like make the load a little. There's no way if I was a man and I had a woman like Wine Glass who don't mind going out working, and I'm either can't work or don't want to work, with whichever category I fall into. But I got this woman that I got these kids with who don't mind the fact that I'm sitting at this house. Don't you know I would do everything to show that woman the appreciation? I would do everything to show that woman the appreciation, the fact that she is getting up out here, going to hustle and get a dime so we can make sure we keep a roof over our head. It's the fact that this man don't even show the woman the appreciation for that, which is very sad. And it's sad that Wine Glass doesn't feel like she deserved that and more. But we can do a million reaction videos to that aspect, but only Wine Glass herself can make that decision. All right, y'all. So let's move on. Let's get over to our last conversation. Is Liv's life. Now, we haven't talked about Liv in a few days. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Liv has so much going on over there. It's so hard to keep up. And the 3-4 hour live streams are just cringe to me. And it's just, it'd be too much going on. And I just don't really have the patience to go through all those. I just don't, y'all. But I did catch a part of her. I think this is maybe her latest live stream where Olivia states that she's a streamer. Okay. So y'all know the new thing now is streaming on Twitch. Well, let me say this. It's not new. It's been going on, but a lot of people are getting into it now, streaming on Twitch. And so Olivia has announced in this live stream that she's a streamer. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, all right. You constantly do live streams, so I guess that would equate to you being a streamer. But don't most streamers make money? Like Kai Cenat, he's a streamer. Don't you make money doing that? Like, how are you a streamer on this YouTube channel that you say that you don't make money off of? Okay, y'all, let's get into it.
Yeah, the new one is overrated. It is so bad. Why didn't you? I mean, I already knew because I watched the beginning of the last one, but last night we watched the whole thing and it was so bad. The movie was horrible. Like, I didn't even understand it half the time. It was bad.
Yeah, Lynn, Twitch has been a thing. Not Ajax and Baby No Daddy. Oh my God, Marika.
Me and Kailani are eating spaghetti. Is it good, Kailani?
Well, at least Kailani got to eat some spaghetti too, instead of her always shoveling food in her mouth.
Good. Oh, I have tried that, honeybee. I've tried that one. I've been craving baked salmon. That sounds good. I don't know. Hey girl, work from home. Hope you have a good. Oh, you're working from home today, baby. I hope you guys have a good weekend too.
She really loves food. Do y'all listen how she moans and groans when she eats food? It's the weirdest thing how this lady moans. It almost sounds like she's making love to the food. It's so weird. She is, Lynn. Hey, Beverly.
Okay, y'all. That was yummy. I really want to eat a mango. You want some more, TaNNae? Mommy has more.
Moaning and eating is very weird. But Olivia told us she has a obsession for food. That's why she was so big.
Yeah,
She told us that.
good girl. Mommy get you some Wawa, okay? Hold on, yeah. Let me get her some water.
That's true, Black Auntie. That is so true, sis.
Have a blessed weekend.
Exactly.
You too, y'all. Thank you, baby. Here, juice. Take some juice, chubby bubby. Sliding through, wanted to say, hey, Liv. Thank you, Nina. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna cut up a mango. Mango. Because I want some mango. Beautiful host. Thank you, Jamel. Aww. Issa, thank you. Or Issa. It's a vibe. I like that. That's sweet. Thank you, baby. I love engaging with you guys. I love doing these lives. I do. I think streaming is the way of social media now, and I'm embracing it, and I love streaming. Like, I love talking to people. Like, that's my thing. Now, the vlogs are good too. The vlogs are cool, but you either,
Oh my God.
This is so sweet. Hey. I knew this was gonna be good. So good, y'all.
Okay, I just wanted you guys to hear that she's calling herself a streamer. But this is the part I really want you guys to see. So y'all know. Okay, hold on. Let me get to that part. So you guys know, obviously, a lot of you have heard, if not, that Charlie Kirk was assassinated the other day at a college campus in Utah. and the suspect has been apprehended. He was turned in by his youth pastor and his father. Okay. I think the guy's name is Tyler Robinson. Well, at this part of the live, they were talking about that. And Olivia seems to believe that the person, Tyler Robinson, who assassinated Charlie Kirk, it's not real. She believes that's just a decoy for the real perpetrators. So let's get into that real quick.
We're gonna get on that. We're gonna have Bible studies together, him and I. I'm gonna make him do it with me, maybe like once a week, maybe twice a week. I don't know. We'll see.
Ow! Gosh darn it! I hurt myself, and I broke my damn nail. How the hell did I do that?
I believe if we do that.
Yeah, Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk wouldn't have embraced Olivia because she's a mom with no dad in the household. Okay, Charlie Kirk wouldn't believe that Olivia was the epitome of an American family. Okay, because there's no dad in the household. Now, she did a live stream the day Charlie Kirk passed away. Olivia was on here crying about the situation. And, you know, here's the thing. I don't know how much she followed this man. I mean, she's too busy going live for 4 and 5 hours of the day on several platforms to even watch anything Charlie Kirk. I said Charlie Point because I was thinking about his organization Turning Point. She's too busy on social media all day, right? And it was just weird to me how this people like crying, like this parasocial thing where people are like someone in the chat just said, was that Black Auntie or I don't know who said, Latrice, did you say it that Olivia said if she felt like a family member passed because Charlie Kirk had passed away? And it was like she shedded more tears for Charlie Kirk's passing than she did when she went to the school 2 weeks ago to pick up her children and realized they had already left the school and she couldn't get her kids that weekend. It's like she shed more tears for Charlie Kirk than she did not being able to spend time with her kids when she literally hasn't laid eyes on those kids in the physical sense since May of this year.
Anything is possible.
Oh my god, I broke my damn nail.
I'll definitely win this time. 1, 2, 3.
I know, it's so sad. It's so sad, man. They found the shooter. Ladies, don't fall for that crap. That's not the shooter. That is so made up. That's just somebody who's... I want to see who they're saying it is. Let's see. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna leave this baby in here with her babies. We're gonna go outside and have a cigarette, and I'm gonna see what y'all talk about because I saw something too. They found the shooter. Okay, let's see. Oh my god! Now I gotta do my nails again. If you guys are really saying the shooter is supposed, girl, the father turned him in. It's always some bullshit like that. Girl, there ain't no way. How the hell did a 20-year-old do that? I don't think so, y'all. I think it was like a very, very skilled marksman. I don't think it was no 20-year-old.
So this is how you know Olivia has not been following what's been going on with the assassination of Charlie Kirk. This is how you know she doesn't know what she's talking about. She's not in believement that this 20-year-old Tyler Robinson could be able to shoot this man in his neck from 100 feet away or 100 yards away. And if she was following the news stories, she would have known that his family dealt with weapons. His mother had a love for arsenal, right? And they always went to the gun range, like always. And so he's been around guns for years and years and years because his mother, his father, they all, get into the whole going to the gun range. Like that was a sport for them. So if she was into, like, you sitting on here crying about the man, you don't believe that Tyler Robinson was the one who assassinated him. I guess you don't believe it because it's a white man, right? So you don't want to believe a white man did it. A fellow MAGA did it. You don't want to believe that, right? But you're on the internet crying about this man, but you're not even following the story. I didn't even know who Charlie Kirk was. True story. I had no idea who this man was until I seen what happened to him the other day. And coincidentally, last night I watched his wife, Charlie Kirk's wife, came and spoke to the people. She addressed the people about the passing of Charlie Kirk. And you could tell that woman truly loved that man, right? You could tell that she truly loved her husband. And I'm just going to assume he truly loved her as well too, right? But one thing she said in that speech that rubbed me the wrong way. At the time that she did the speech yesterday, obviously they already knew who the shooter was, right? He was already identified. It was her on the internet saying they killed him. And I'm like, who is they? Because apparently he did that on his own. Like Tyler was by himself when he devised a plan to take this man's life at that campus the other day. So it was like, I'm like, who is they? And she kept using the word they, not identifying, even if you didn't mention the man by name, but saying he, meaning isolating it to the person that apparently or allegedly is in custody for this crime. And it just made me feel like she was inciting war. Again, understanding that she is deeply hurt by the passing of her husband, and she witnessed it in real time because she and her children were there in the crowd. And what a horrible way to watch your husband leave this earth. Like, my God, horrible way. But it was her kept saying the word they, as it was, she's making it like it's a community of people, which again, we know how people are hypnotized by the internet. So imagine, just like what Donald Trump did a few years ago when he incited that riot at the White House, when them people ransacked the White House. Like, you're saying certain words. In my opinion, I took it like she was saying certain words, looking dead in the camera to trigger people. That's just how I took it. And I was thoroughly disturbed by how she kept using the word they. If you guys haven't seen it, it's on YouTube. Go look it up.
I just don't believe it. I cannot believe it. You guys, just because that's what they're saying, that doesn't mean that it's true. You have to have critical thinking. I don't believe it.
Oh, you seen it, V? Yeah. She's a dark interview.
No, it's right here.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Miss Wright.
Why you smoke?
It took chills down my spine to see that woman just kept saying the word they. Oh my God.
Literally mosquitoes. Like, how the hell is there mosquitoes? Like, I gotta hurry up and smoke this cigarette because these mosquitoes be biting me, honey. Okay, let's see.
Yes, she also said that too. She kept saying, "You have no idea what you have done." It was like she was,
Let's see
inciting
what y'all talking about.
war.
Yeah, everyone hit the like. There's 300 people in here. There should be 300 likes, or at least 250. Y'all be playing. Okay, the shooter's caught. Should I go to TikTok?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We got him. On the evening of September 11th, a family member of Tyler Robinson reached out to a family friend who contacted the Washington County Sheriff's Office information that Robinson had confessed to them or implied that he had committed the incident. This information was relayed to Utah County Sheriff's Office and scene investigators at Utah Valley University. This information was also conveyed to the FBI. Investigators reviewed additional video footage from UVU surveillance.
But you know what? Although, let me just say this. Charlie Kirk was killed on a college campus, right? But do you guys notice that there's been really no talk of HBCUs? I think it was Friday. Had to cancel classes throughout the weekend because they were receiving. I believe it was like, don't quote me on the number. I believe it was 6 to 10 HBCUs. Please don't quote me on that number, but it was more than one. HBCUs had to close their campuses because they were getting death threats. Do you notice that's not all over the news?
Arriving on UVU campus in a gray Dodge Challenger at approximately 8:29 a.m. on September 10th, in which he is observed on video in a plain brown t-shirt, light-colored shorts, a black hat with a white logo, and light-colored shoes. Encountered in person by
yes, the wife. She said it in her interview. She said she's never going to give up his fight. Never. She said she's going to carry it on and on and on and on. Oh yeah, she's definitely picking up where he left off. I mean, let's be honest, y'all. He more than likely was grooming her along the way. She definitely is picking up where he left off.
County on September 12th, in the early morning hours, Robinson was observed in consistent clothing with those surveillance images. Investigators interviewed a family member of Robinson who stated that Robinson had become more political in recent years. The family member referenced a recent incident in which Robinson came to dinner prior to September 10th. And in the conversation with another family member, Robinson mentioned Charlie Kirk was coming to UVU. They talked about why they didn't like him and the viewpoints that he had. The family member also stated Kirk was full of hate and spreading hate. The family member also confirmed Robinson had a gray Dodge Challenger. Investigators identified an individual as the roommate of Robinson. Investigators interviewed that roommate, who stated that his roommate, referring to Robinson, made a joke on Discord. Investigators asked if he would show them the messages.
I'm gonna have to go watch Don Lemon's interview with D.L. Hughley.
On Discord. He opened it and showed several messages to investigators and allowed investigators to take photos of the screen as each message was shown by Robinson's roommate.
Apparently one of the Secret Servicemen that was there to protect him or guard him has been put on administrative leave effective immediately because he was on his social media allegedly praising the death of Charlie Kirk. And that was one of the Secret Servicemen that was there. There's the Secret Service released a statement in regards to it. So that Secret Service man was put effectively on administrative leave. Like, imagine you were there to protect me and you're on the social media praising my death, but you were there, you're working to protect me. But when I tell you this country is insane.
Messages, including content of messages between the phone contact named Tyler with an emoji icon and Robinson's roommate's device. The content of these messages,
I don't know, Elizabeth,
included messages affiliated with the contact Tyler, stating a need to retrieve a rifle from a drop point, leaving the rifle in a bush. Messages related to visually watching the area where a rifle was left, and a message referring to having left the rifle wrapped in a towel. The messages also refer to engraving bullets and a mention of a scope and the rifle being unique. Messages from the contact Tyler also mentioned that he had changed outfits. I know there's been speculation as well as to the writing on those casings, those bullet casings.
Oh wow, Marika, a lot of conspiracy theories going on.
Have that as well, and I will share that with you now. So the area north of Campus Drive Road where the suspect crossed over, you saw some of that in the video that we released last night, consists of a grassy area with trees on the edge of the UVU campus. Investigators discovered a bolt-action rifle wrapped in a dark-colored towel.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Black Country.
Model 98 30-06 caliber.
Okay.
Caliber
well, we're not going to sit and listen to Liv, listen to what she was just speaking on as if she knew what she was talking about. Apparently, we get that she doesn't know what she was talking about. I just wanted you guys to hear that part because it was her automatically assuming without even knowing any information that what the people in the chat were saying was a deliberate lie. Like, oh, that's just what they want y'all to think. Well, at the end of the day, whatever they wanted us to think, apparently this man has confessed to doing it. And now they're also saying that apparently the Tyler Robinson, the shooter, has a trans girlfriend, a man that's transitioning into a woman. I don't know anything about that. Apparently, this is the person he was talking to in the Discord about where the weapon was, and yeah, it's so much going on. You know, the unfortunate thing is my son showed me today the actual footage of when Charlie Kirk was shot in the neck and the blood spewing out his neck. I was horrified when I saw that. I was like, that is on the internet? I'm like, golly. Now, again, I do understand. I didn't know how many people had a disdain for this man because, again, you guys, I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound ignorant, but I don't follow everything everybody says. So I wasn't aware of this man and his ideology and his viewpoints. But from my research that I have been thoroughly doing for the past couple of days, I even watched one of his debates at the colleges because he liked to go to the colleges and do these debates. I watched those, and y'all, those debates got a lot of views on YouTube. I seen one that had 32 million views. Like, they got a lot of views. So I wasn't knowledgeable of him at all, but I have seen a lot of videos where people had a lot of disdain for this man. And at the end of the day, I just, as a human being, I can't have hate in my heart for a man that did nothing to me, right? I do understand his viewpoints tainted a lot of people's visions and perspectives of Blacks, gays, and things of that nature. And like I said, I understand that. I understand why people have the disdain based off their perception of what he was spewing. I do feel like a lot of what he was saying, it was rage baiting, because what y'all got to understand is rage baiting, and we know this because we watch Peach McIntyre do it. Rage baiting is a thing now. People make a lot of money doing that. That's a real thing. And apparently he did a lot of rage baiting from what the conversations that I seen people doing their thoughts and opinions on the whole Charlie Kirk thing. Again, I wasn't very knowledgeable. Now I did hear something yesterday about Charlie Kirk. I think he was like 31 years old, and to run for presidency, you have to be 35. And it was rumored that he was, I guess, thinking about running for presidency once Trump leaves office. And again, you guys, this is a big allegedly, right? Allegedly, it's rumored that that could be another reason why his life was taken, because they didn't want him to become president. Again, that's another conspiracy theory that's swarming around the internet. It's so many of them, but it's a lot with that situation, with the Charlie Kirk assassination. Yeah, they are. I mean, people are going to make things up because, I mean, we wasn't in that man's head per se, so we don't know. I didn't even know that he was good friends with Candace Owens. Is that her name? I didn't know he was good friends. She said Charlie is the reason she met her husband, and she called him her brother. So they were really, I guess he kind of like put Candace on. So they were very, very close, and she was very emotional when she spoke on his passing as well too. So, me personally, I can't spew disdain or hatred for this man because I didn't know enough about him. I didn't follow him. Um, the way he was taken off this earth, in front of his children and his, now apparently he said that he does not believe in empathy. So there are videos out here swarming around where Charlie Kirk said that he does not believe in empathy. So people are saying, well, since you don't believe in empathy and you've said it out your own mouth, then we can't have empathy for what happened to you. So like I said, y'all, I'm just a firm believer in, you know, believe what you want to believe, get the knowledge from whoever you feel is knowledgeable. But before you go and just make somebody's word the gospel, do your own due diligence, check your own facts, do your own research, because there are a lot of people talking about the same thing. And you may take viewpoints from several different people and then just formulate your own beliefs when it comes to, just because people are out here saying things don't necessarily mean you got to jump on the bandwagon and believe everything they're saying. Because a lot of times, the devil can lead you to hell too. He can lead you straight to hell, so you can't act like everybody that says they're about the Bible and for the Bible are truly for the Bible. Like, you just can't, you just got to be, y'all, we know this from pastors that we have seen on the internet, and how many pastors have came out with, have been exposed for their scandalous behaviors. Like, y'all, it's just a sick world we live in. And we know this. If you know the Bible and you read the Bible, you know the book of Revelations is a real thing, because it's happening right now, in real time. Miss TLD said it's been a lot, and I just decided to put my phone down yesterday because my brain needed a break. I so agree to that. You're welcome, Marika. All right, y'all. And Marika, it's funny that you said that you're leaving, because I'm leaving as well too. The devil knows the word too, most definitely. All right, but y'all, that's my live stream. I'm like you guys. Who said that they Miss TLD said she had to put her phone down yesterday. I mean, y'all, that's just how I felt yesterday. I had enough. I was just like, okay, this is enough. And I had to take a break from it because it was just too overwhelming. It was too much. And I was just like, oh my God. I looked up one thing on Charlie Kirk, and not every time I pull up my YouTube, that's all that's showing. I'm like, okay, I get it, you guys. The algorithm is a beast. But y'all be good. Y'all be great. Thanks for coming to the live. I really do appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed these reaction videos. I do have a reaction I'm going to put out tomorrow. It's something I really want you guys to see. And we'll talk about it more tomorrow. I think I'm going to pre-record it and then just upload it for y'all because I really don't want to do much talking. The person that I'm going to show you guys, I want them to do all the talking, and it may not even benefit you, but you know, it might be something in his conversation that you can take and implement in your own life. Okay, so watch out for that live stream tomorrow. Y'all be good, y'all be great, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Remember, sub what you love. Bye.